The judge overseeing the bribery case of a juror from the cartel trial says she wants the case to be wrapped up before the end of this year. The directive came as tempers flared in court this morning when the trial resumed. More in this report from Anthony Lugg.
Football coach turned juror in the Vybz Kartel trial, Livingston Kane, has been before the court since 2015 for allegedly offering bribes in return for not guilty verdicts on behalf of Adija Vybz Kartel Palmer and his 3 co-convicts. But he will have to wait at least another 2 weeks to know if his name will be cleared. When the trial resumed Thursday morning, prosecutors set out to convince the judge to continue with the trial. Among their arguments were statements from other jurors which suggested Mr. Kane decided from very early that Vybz Kartel and the other men were not guilty. Kane is alleged to have told the jurors repeatedly that the police were liars and that the men were prominent entertainers who should not be sent to prison. In the prosecution's view, Mr. Kane's actions amounted to attempt to pervert the course of justice. The court was also reminded by the prosecution that Mr. Kane allegedly offered the foreman $500,000 to use her influence to get the other jurors to return not guilty verdicts. As for the defense, they got the investigating officer to make a few telling admissions on Thursday. Deputy Superintendent of Police Percival Anderson was the sole witness to testify Thursday, and he admitted under cross-examination from defense attorney Valorinita Robertson that he made no attempt to secure the phone of the foreman to retrieve any possible evidence. The foreman told police that she used her phone to record Mr. Kane offering bribes, but the phone with the alleged incriminating evidence was given back to the foreman the very night Kane was reported to the police. The defense felt the phone should have been secured until the trial ended so as to prevent potential contamination of any such evidence existed. In the view of Mrs. Nita Robertson, these failures by the police along the way amount to breaches which would deny her client a fair trial. The sitting ended with a testy exchange between Mrs. Nita Robertson and the presiding judge over a resumption date for the matter. Nita Robertson, who also represented Vybz Kartel in his murder appeal, was adamant she would not jeopardize her other cases to facilitate a matter that had dragged on for 3 years. The judge, on the other hand, was determined to have the matter resume quickly and concluded before the end of this year. In the end, September 18 was set aside for when the matter will continue. Anthony Lugg, TVJ News.
At least one of the Calabar High